This lab consists of 3 stages, or 3 legs. The first leg is when you're accelerating upwards. In this case, your gravitational force, which is constant, and your normal force, which is what the scale reads, the normal force must be greater than the gravitational force because the sum of the forces is going to be equal to the mass of the person times the acceleration of the person. Call this A1. During the second leg, the 2 forces are equal. In this case, the scale which reads the normal force can be used to be the same as the gravitational force. This is how you calculate the mass of the person. At this point, the sum of the forces is equal to 0 because we have 0 acceleration. On the third leg, we're accelerating downward, so the gravitational force, which again is constant, and the normal force must be smaller because we have a downward acceleration. This can be used to calculate A3. Between the time of A1, which will be measured, the time of A2, which will be measured, and the time of A3, which will be measured, you can then solve for the final velocity for leg 1 and then the distance that you travel in leg number 1, given that the initial velocity is 0. The final velocity of leg 2 is equal to the initial velocity of leg 1. The speed you're going at the end of this one is the initial speed you're traveling at the end of this one, v final 1. Using this, the time and the velocity can then get you the distance you travel while you're moving at constant velocity. On the third leg, you'll know the third acceleration, you'll know the third time, and in this case, you'll have a initial velocity that's equal to the final velocity from leg 2. So first step, you go up to speed. Second leg, you can maintain the speed. And the third step, you slow down to a stop. Between all of those, you should be able to calculate D1, D2, and D3. If you sum them together, you should be able to get the height of the second floor. That is the objective of the lab. Do this once for one test subject on the way up. Do this again for one test subject on the way down.